This is a picture of Andy Burnham. He's the latest Health Secretary for the British Labour government. I'm going to do a short video on him for good reasons. Yeah, so he's the Health Secretary for the British government, but he's also the Vice President of the British Fluoridation Society. Now we've got a conflict of interest there because, you know, is he working for the best interests of the British public, or is he working for the interests of the British Fluoridation Society? Now actions speak louder than words. Because what he's done since he's got this position is called for all drinking water, all tap water in the UK to be fluoridated. That's artificial sodium fluoride added to the population's tap water. Now in his first public speech as the new Health Secretary, Andy Burnham said, let's press ahead with the fluoridation of water supplies. So you can see directly there's definitely a conflict of interest there. There's definitely an agenda there that's not in our interests. Now despite widespread protests over this move for mass medication, because that's what it is, it's mass medication, when you start adding drugs, chemicals, any substance to the population's drinking water. There's also concern that fluoride has links to cancer, bone disease, brain damage, dental fluorosis. And Andy Burnham knows this, but he's pressing ahead regardless. Now, what fluoride does, it's when it enters the body, it's not easily eliminated. Your body can't pass it through. It won't assimilate it. So the fluoride accumulates in the body's bones and teeth. This causes the fluorosis and the bone disease. And this is all documented stuff. You can research it. There's lots of evidence out there. And independent labs and researchers have linked daily long-term use with these serious health problems, but it's not being widely publicised. The media have suppressed it really, and the corporate sponsors that are influencing the media over this and influencing the National Institute of Dental Research, they've created a Fluoride Lawyers Committee basically to defend the corporate aims in terms of using fluoride in our water, because it's big money, it's big pharmaceutical companies that are pushing this forward, and they've used different methods to influence these institutions. One of them is Sigmund Freud's nephew, Edward L. Bernays. He founded the public relations spin that's persuading doctors and dentists to promote fluoride. So why would Andy Burnham want the population to drink fluoridated water? Well, fluoride is also used in modern antidepressants like Prozac stuff. But it's also being used in Stalinist Russia to sedate labour camp prisoners, as it affects the pineal gland in the brain and sedates the person. It makes the person more laid back, less agitated, less anxious, easy to manage, easy to control basically. The Nazis also used fluoride as well in the concentration camps. So it's been broadly and widely used in the past. So why would Andy Burnham want to use this on us? Well, Andy Burnham's not only the Health Secretary for the British government, he's not only the Vice President of the British Fluoridation Society, but he's a member of the Fabians Society as well. Now, what is the Fabian Society? Well, if you look at this picture, it's the Fabian emblem. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it speaks for itself basically. Now, the Fabian Society was created by the Freemasons in 1884, and it's a society of communists following Karl Marx and collectivism. That's the fundamentals and principles of the Fabian Society. But why would the imperialist Freemasons want to create a society that is communist? And why would Andy Burnham want to be an active member? Well, a secret society such as the Freemasons cannot wield any open political power. So what they do is they create organisations that can work for the Freemasons. And that's what the Fabian Society is. It's an organisation created by the Freemasons. And the Fabian Society has a big influence, especially in this European Constitution. It makes a big part of the Lisbon Treaty and the Trilateral Commission, because that's what the EU Constitution is. It's a dictatorship. It's a far left dictatorship, and this influenced society. Now, as well as the Fabian Society, the Freemasons have also created the Bilderberg Group, which is another organisation working for the Freemasons that influences the economic side and also the political side of the agenda the Freemasons have. They control basically the International Monetary Fund and the World Trade Organization. Now, the International Monetary Fund is where all your savings have gone and your pensions have gone and things like that. A lot of money is being extracted from our society as we speak to pay for this massive movement now that the Freemasons are implementing. Now, if you look at all these pictures of Fabian members here, you can see they're all very influential people, some big cheeses in there. And the Fabian movement moves under common purpose to implement the Freemason agenda. These members have infiltrated every aspect and every institution within society. It's a global thing. They're taking us into a communist police state because that's what the EU Constitution is. And they're utilising the mainstream media as a propaganda machine to feed us this deception. The big cheese that say what goes, they're all Fabian members. And it's also this manufactured economic situation is being manipulated by the Fabians, because they run all the banks and the big companies as well as the media. And it's not an economic collapse, it's not a downturn in the economy, it is a manufactured situation that is serving the Freemasons into changing the structure, the monetary structure, that ties in with this new communist agenda. They're also using the false flag terrorism as well as a vessel to implement this new political order. That was the fundamentals of the big shift. Take away the people's rights to speak out, to act against this movement, this tyranny. And that's why they brought the Patriot Act and the anti-terror laws over here, to suppress any resistance against the new world order, new political order. People are going to start to rebel. There's going to be dissent, civil disobedience, and these are problems for the government. So this is where Andy Burnham comes in. No? This is what I'm getting across. When the people are angry and want to rebel, Andy Burnham will put fluoride in the drinking water and mass medicate the population. And just like they did with the Russian prisoners and the Jews in the concentration camps, we'll all be drugged up basically like somebody on Prozac, so they can get away with the agenda. That is the only reason why they want to put fluoride in the water. People, you might think this guy's a lunatic, but they're bringing all this in. and preparing really, because they know what the reaction is going to be. There's going to be civil disobedience. The people aren't going to like it. So anyway, I just want to get that out about Andy Burnham. I'm not going to push too far on because I don't want to get too messy, but I think I've covered what I wanted to cover in terms of this fluoride thing. So I'll leave it for now, and all the best.